Introducing LT Defense Tactical Gear, your ultimate solution for top-notch protection and performance in the field. Our armor bundles provide unmatched safety and comfort, while our battle belts and holsters ensure quick and easy access to your gear. Stay prepared for any situation with our high-quality medical supplies, designed to keep you ready for action at all times. Looking to enhance your skills? Our firearms training programs will take your proficiency to the next level. Trust LT Defense for all your tactical gear needs and gear up for success on the battlefield.
This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gabfest show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Well, I did know that was there, sir. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So we have a beautiful Life is Good show today, and I hope you're feeling the break of all that energy that was in existence for the last 2.5 months that just wanted to boil us right down into the pits of hell. And then we come right back up with a smile. We come right back up like the phoenix and say, try that again, baby. Because we're going to stand on our own 2 feet and we are just going to reach for the sun, reach for the stars. I have my boy H-Train. I don't know where he is. He's there. No, I got to say, I see you there, but you're not in the chair. Are you a ghost today, Jewel? What is happening?
That's for the next show.
Well, I have a ghost by the name of H-Train in my studio, and he's right there in that beautiful little chair. Anywho. So I am so aware, so aware that the energy has probably taken a lot of us for a big beating here. They've been in supermoons, whether you believe it or not. We are gravity filled. We are full of electromagnetic frequencies, the solar flares that are coming off, creating beautiful aurora borealises. Then you have comets. Come on. If you can't see the physics with the energy up there in that sky, toying and pulling on us as electromagnetic beings, quantum entanglement. It's not holistics, baby. It is what it is. It is science, it is physics, and it plays on us. And we have to step back. Go, oh, not today, baby. Not today, Helena Shar. Not today. That's not going to happen. So it has been, it's been rough. You talk to some people and they're really depressed. They're sad. They're emotionally distraught, and they're breathing like, I can't, I just can't. And I tell them that word can't was created by some low vibrational human being that wanted to put it in our vocabulary, because we don't believe in can't. We believe in can, and we have faith that God above is going to just make our life full of joy, full of happiness, and be aware In Buddhism, everything is okay. You breathe in. Did you wake up this morning? Do you have beautiful shelter over your head? You're okay. You are okay. Because things don't go your way, that's man. That's man's stupid egos and judgments, right? Trying to be better than the Joneses or have to. You don't have to do anything. You're blessed. You are blessed to do it. You're blessed. I'm blessed to be on this show today. I am blessed to be here with H Train, with the military broadcaster. I'm blessed. It's not that I have to come out here and do it. I'm blessed. Change that thought. Change it to this wonderful world of just conscious positive. It's you who make life. You have to be the person to say, not today. Back it up. I don't have to do anything, right? Remember, we went through all those words, right? I'm like, here's a list of words. Take them out of the vocabulary, should, just, try, can't. They're just stupid words. They're worthless words, worthless. And there's another word that's worthless, worth. What is it worth? Well, you know what? My top might be worth $1.99. To somebody else, they wouldn't even pay that. To somebody else, they might pay $60. What's that worth? No. That word, we are worthy. We are worthy that all that is. All that is. And you smile. With humility, with grace, you smile. Who's coming on there? What's we got going? I heard a little beep, beep, but we got nothing. Okay. So I wanted just to tell you, life is good. Some people want to blame, right? It's the blame game. Oh, it's the elections. Oh, it's the start of school. Oh, I don't like Halloween. Oh, I don't like fall because, if you have fall, then in fall, everything dies and then it goes dormant. And I don't like fall for that reason. Why are you finding negatives? I'm going to ask you that. Why are you a victim? Are you a martyr? Why do we have to find negatives? Life is too beautiful and too short to find negatives all the time. And if you want to play that victim mentality, then we got to figure out what's wrong with us. I was with you. I was. And I'm going to tell you how I know I was with you. I had a lot. H Train can tell you. And he was the one who goes, "Are you okay, Battle?" I go, "Yeah, I'm fine." He goes, he looks at, he FaceTimes and he goes, "You sure you're okay?" He goes, "I'm thinking that you're struggling." I did struggle. It's been a tough 3-4 months for me, moving across, and people who moved. And I know there's 2 or 3 of us that have moved a distance. And then the unknown factors with real estate. You already heard my real estate debacles on the other ones. And then when you finally get there, your ego wants to go, are you happy now? Are you happy? Is this what you wanted? And then when you start looking around and you don't have that high vibration or you don't have that camaraderie of others, now you have to sit back going, well, it's not really what I wanted. I don't know where that came from. And then I started getting deeper and deeper. How am I going to afford it? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Where is it going to come from? I don't even know. I don't even know if this works. I don't know if that, I went down the rabbit hole. And when you go down that rabbit hole, you got to smile, because the smile is always going to convince the ego you're full of yourself. Ego, step back. Or you look and you tap, you breathe and you tap, you breathe and you tap, and you're like, okay, Mary Jo, why do you want me to feel bad? The higher self, right? You talk about the higher selves, the higher ego. Why do you want me to feel bad? I don't feel bad. You got to get yourselves out of it. And if you can't, then look, I don't know if you can see, I'm in this beautiful freaking salt cave. I'm still down in Miami. We're still doing classes, and hearing from these beautiful students in these classes, and a lot of my clients who come in for healings. Now I go, oh my God, with humility and grace, I am so happy, because they're still healing, they're still growing, they're still getting healthier. And I could be more proud of the lessons that have been taught in this cave for them to go. We had 3 students graduate this time around, and they are 12th level Reiki master therapist of light therapy. I'm honored. I'm humbled. I don't know how much more. However, that class, actually, we didn't have Beyond the Headlines last night because Kristen was still away doing her marathon. And I, yesterday, ended up,
That's not me, MJ. Just so you know, that's
I
not
don't know
me.
what that is.
It has to be on your end. It, like somebody messaging you or notifications or something.
I don't have any of that up. Sorry, folks, if you're hearing that. I don't know why that's doing that. And I am not tech savvy. I am just a simple person. So, yeah, you might have to deal with that all the time because I don't know how to fix that. Anyway, so we breathe, right? So we have the students who do those techniques, the same techniques I'm teaching here: tapping, breathing, right? Finding the source, training the ego, EFT tapping. We've learned all this. We've learned all this here. We've been practicing triggers, right? We talk about what triggers you. Start writing those down. These beautiful, beautiful vets, these beautiful students, they are just, life is good. Life is good because, my philosophy in my classes, I know my teacher, Kim, doesn't really appreciate it, but when I have to hold energy and I become that Templar, I become that warrior, I become that, oh, hell no, to any type of energy pushing at me. And I tell them flat out, did you die? Then get the hell up, pull up the big girl panties, and go on again. Stop playing the martyr and the victim. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why? Why do we need? Are we conditioned? Are we conditioned by our ancestors? Are we conditioned by society? Are we conditioned by our schooling? Or who are we conditioned by man, again, to say, I need, no, this isn't going my way, right? This isn't of it. And they start going down that rabbit hole, right? Now we got to get that positive conscious coming and saying, why do I want to feel that way? I don't want to feel angry. I don't want to feel depressed. I don't want to feel anguished. I don't want to feel disappointed. I don't want to feel that way. Let me tell you what happens when you start feeling that way. The metaphysical causation are stones of the body. Stones of the body. I had to learn it the hard way. Literally in a class, I got the biggest kidney punch ever. I was like, what the hell is that? And then I started getting uncomfortable, right? I started moving. I started, I'm uncomfortable. And I pulled my pants all the way down to my pelvic bone. I pulled up my tube top all the way up. I go, I just don't want anything in my stomach. I don't want anything in my, I was uncomfortable, but I knew I had to hold it. It was crazy, crazy. I had the best teaching ever for these beautiful students because they were graduates. And the one, I'm going to name him because I'm so damn proud of him, Tony Tamburello. Kudos, my friend. I mentored you now the last 4 years. I love you. I think the world that you came out of is flying with colors. Go and make that dream of your Thai body energy work and now being a 12th level rate. The world is yours. And ironically, when I got, I don't know how many of the other punches, but the one that really jarred my system, I took it. It was breathing techniques. I learned how to metaphysically adjust to the body and allow the physical pain to diminish by adjusting into the metaphysical. Hey, and there's my beautiful husband who wasn't with me. Oh, Joel put him up. Hi, honey. And I miss you. So he is, he had no idea that was happening. God love him. And when I showed him, he goes, what is that? And I go, what do you think that is? And he goes, oh my God. I literally passed a 3x4 millimeter stone in an hour and a half inside of my classroom with the help of them. But getting back, he says, I think she's in pain. He's like, she's not all right. My sister, Kim, who teaches the classes, she was up front. And he's like, push energy, push energy, push energy. And so then I had Carmen Almedia, who you all met a couple of things ago. Love you, Carmen. And then we had a doctor of physical therapy, Gemma Lopez, and she was in there and she was pushing. I love you, Gemma. Gemma works a lot on my body because I've had so many surgeries. She helps take the neuromas and the lymphatic drainage. What a beautiful. I love them. My admiration. It is a hard process. And I know some of you out there, especially Red, and he does it, 12-step process. Now that's for chemicals, right? The 12-step Al-Anons. Is that what he did? Joel, are you still there?
I'm still here.
What did Red? Is that the 12-step for alcohol?
I think it's 12-step for alcohol. Yeah.
Okay, so he has it's on there. Good morning, Miss Janet. You have been through so much. Yeah, but you smile at adversity. You smile. I needed to leave my mountain. I didn't want to, but I needed to leave that mountain because I had diebacks. I was getting irritated. I was getting disappointed. I was getting everything in such a beautiful space. I didn't know what to do. I was like the rest of everybody. I'm like everybody. I got into that energy and it just overcame. It succumbed every part of my being. Back to the class. Hey, Yada Healing Hand. She's another beautiful soul. Oh, they're all coming out. But at that point, I was literally fumbling with you always hear me talk about my frequency machine, my Dr. Rife. And it's the only thing, I got such a punch. I got my computer, I got my stuff out, and I'm sitting there and I'm shaking. The pain, if anybody has had excruciating pain to the physical body, the body starts to really shake because there's at too much pain, then you go unconscious. I don't know if anybody knows that, but that's what happens. The body can only adjust to so much pain. At this point, Miss Kim says to me, "Are you okay?" And with firm conviction, I looked at her and I go, "No, I am passing a kidney stone." And just like I couldn't muster that smile. I couldn't muster because I had to use every modality I have ever been taught. And this graduating class got to see those modalities first place. I made the comment, which I shouldn't, but I made the comment and I go, did God just use me like a test dummy and show? Is that what he just? And I was like, MJ, that is so arrogant. That's so egoic. No, I was disappointed. I had all of these emotions running through me. The metaphysical causations of stones in the body is disappointment, argumentative, angry. Yeah. So there it was. I popped my anger stone right out of the body. You need to be eliminated. So I use the mind power center of elimination. I use the mind power center of zeal to put that smile on my face to convince the physical I'm okay. I then use my mind power porter strength. Strength is in the lower lumbar. It is lower back pain. It is for healing purposes. Every single person has them. Every single one of us has the mind power centers, 12 of them to utilize in every state of energy. Yeah, yaddy, wow. I just prayed that I didn't have to call my husband and tell him I was going into the emergency room. I think my husband, God love him, he would have just been like, get your ass home. The love, and I feel him so much. We always have a partner that can heal us and kind of like put us in square, right? We choose partners in our life that they square off and help the ego side balance and help everything come to fruition to balance just beautifully. I didn't say, I couldn't really say anything because it was everything I could muster. Actually, just to text my family at MBR and saying, I'm not on tonight. There's no, because I had no idea how long it was going to take to do this process. So I looked, of course, I use for pain medicine, I use marijuana. And I only had like a 5%. And I was like, and I'm huffing and I'm huffing and I'm still having the pain. I'm still breathing and tapping it out. I'm still EFT tapping. I'm walking. I'm picking up my chompies. I'm putting chatapiata on my I have done every modality in my quiver to eliminate the pain, to eliminate whatever is causing this dysfunction within my body. And then I had the beautiful team of Reiki master therapists pushing that energy and smashing like no tomorrow. And at this point, I was loving life. Guys, I have to take a break. You're listening to MBR Radio. I'm going to finish how that beautiful birthing came. Please stay with us. This is MJ with Constant Positive Thinking. Life is good. Let's go and let's see what we can go to now. Let's head to, oh, I love him. We're going to Never Been to Spain. Here we go.
Well, I've never been to Spain, but I kinda like the music. See, the ladies are insane there, and they sure know how to use it. They don't abuse it, never gonna lose it. I can't refuse it. Well, I've never been to England, but I kinda like the Beatles. Ooh, I headed for Las Vegas, only made it out to Needles. Can you feel it? Must be near it. Feels so good, feels so good. Well, I've never been to heaven, but I've been to Oklahoma. Oh, they tell me I was born there, but I really don't remember. In Oklahoma, not Arizona. What does it matter? What does it matter? Well, I've never been to Spain, but I kinda like the music. Say the ladies are insane there, and they sure know how to use it. They don't abuse it, never gonna lose it. I can't refuse it. They don't abuse it, never gonna lose it. I can't refuse it.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Hey, welcome back. This is mbradio.us, Military Broadcast Radio. You can find us on every platform there is. It is giving veterans a voice, and I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to be with this beautiful tribe that we have going on here. Good morning, outlandish history. Good morning to you. So, yeah.
That's Amber.
That's Amber? Aw,
Yep,
that's
that's Amber.
Amber. She has also In the Weeds. I love it. So maybe she was ever from Weed, California. I have to ask her that. But anyway, so yeah, so I was telling you, I was using these modalities, and I remember coming back in, and I remember like breathing. I remember taking me out of the existence of just out of the realm, right? That's the only thing I could say. When you're in pain, you go within, you take out the physical, and then you breathe into the pain. It is a beautiful technique once you do your EFT tapping. You know, I understand I'm passing a kidney stone, my body can heal itself. I understand and you do this EFT tapping to try to rewire your circuitry. You're breathing in, you're tapping, you're finding the breathing prana that you need in order to heal that pain, to order to heal that substance. Of course, I'm using my own hands into raking my kidney, and I visualize that stone passing. I visualize it going all the way through. And of course, as I said, I was 5% until I asked somebody, and then I go, anybody have anything stronger than 5%, right? And of course, once somebody had 23%, and I'm like, yes. So I got it, and I'm doing the best I can to try to just remain out of that chaos. Like, I needed just enough for me to say, you're going to be fine. You're not going to die. Just push it out. Now, one of the things with my body being autoimmune, my right kidney has been operated on numerous times. It has stenosis of the kidney. Before I started healing my body in 2015, there was a lot of trauma to it. So I passed these kidney stones. But then when I started in 2015 to heal the body and finding what each, like my thyroid for my, like I had Hashimoto's, my thyroid was 11.8, and now I'm 3.1. I fixed it with no meds, no help. I did it holistically. I did it with the Rife. I did it with Endoflex. I did it with crystals. I did it with Reiki and acupunctures, and you name the gamut of alternative medicine without big pharma, and I did it. So I did the same process, except my kidney, I constantly get these kidney stones. That was number 71. 71 damn kidney stones. And I have the last 3. I didn't use Toradol. I didn't go to the hospital. I didn't go to the ER. I maintained the calm and the chaos. I maintained the breathing into it, just like a Lamaze class. You breathing into that. And I know people were like, MJ, you need to go to the hospital. And I go, yeah, that's your fear. That's not my fear. That's a fear, right? Kidney stones really on a highlight, depending on them. I've passed so many. I've actually passed an 8mm. Pain, like I was going to pass out. Yeah. I had to do antibiotics. Dr. Wright puts the frequencies for antibiotics. I put myself on ciprofloxacin, which is what they would have given me, put the frequencies for that. And I'm telling you, and this is my heart and soul, you must believe in the will. If your will has strength and power and order and elimination center are all open, you can heal your body. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a TBI. I don't care. But if you keep saying, no, I have no, you're convincing your brain that you're not going to be able to heal it, right? That's like, I hate when I have to say I'm auto and neuroimmune. I hate it. Because I always claim I am not. I am healed. I am healthy. I'm 100%. And that's the attitude that you have to have. You have to have that strong will. And that's how I tell people. I have to have it. There's just no other way. Anyway, so I paced and I walked just like a lady in labor, right? Healing and Reiki and breathing and healing until I got to a point where the pain was an ache, but it wasn't dreadful. And it took me probably 20 minutes for it. I don't know if any of you out there have ever had kidney stones, but they are a little bit on the painful side, to say the least. And they're quite ouchy. Anyhow, so I got to that point in this beautiful journey with a meditative Chatapira, which it translates to stone crusher. So I was trying to crush the stone so it won't be as hard for the kidney to punch out. So that's why I used that method of stone crushing. I guess they had something else in store, in plan. And I went in, there was a meditation, and I came back in, and one of them were telling a story about a mushroom that I used to take during COVID, because COVID somehow functioned in my cognitive where I couldn't do processing. It was like a false dementia. And I had been working myself back into my brain because it affected it in a way where I couldn't even add 1 + 1. There was no processor in the cognitive theory part of the brain. And I was like, I constantly said, I'm not living like this. I will never live like this. I go, this is not happening to me, right? And I'm not dead. I'm not dying. And I'm going to fix this. It's been a while. It's been 2021. But I now have a 4-processy brain. I can actually add, multiply, and divide. And yep, there's Bliss, Bliss, Bliss. Hello. Good morning, Miss Bliss, Bliss, Bliss. Miss Bliss is the manager here at this beautiful cave in Miami. She has done such a phenomenal job keeping the energy at almost a 600 frequency in this building. God love her soul. And I'm so thankful for her in my life. She helped me pass other kidney stones. So I did, and it was so funny. You know, you say Beetlejuice, 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 and here comes Beetlejuice, right? So I told the class, I'm like, where's Bliss when I need her? Because she's a powerhouse. Her hands of energy are so amazing. Hot. You actually feel like you have hot running water on your damn back when she puts her hands on you. That's how hot her hands are. It's incredible. Anyway, so here we are. And now I come back in, and Miss Kim goes, you okay? And I'm like, I'm okay. And you can still see the pain. And they want to talk about this mushroom incident that actually Yadi was on earlier. And I would use a mushroom coffee. I would use reishi mushrooms. I would use tiger tail, lion's mane, king trumpet. I had so many different things that I would do to keep my body healthy, you know, because it can only do so much on the physical, mind, body, soul, right? So you can only do much on the physical, and then you have to turn it around and you have to do it, you know, for the body, the physical body itself. And then we have to really work on the mind, because the mind controls our divine mind, body, spirit. So the mind controls the spirit. Control the body with the mind, and spirit will allow. That's the process, right? Anyway, so I'm good. Now they're coming back in to talk about the story that I had. And he's like, he came to the studio on these mushrooms, and he goes, but not on purpose. Oh my God, I felt like my face was just like falling off. It was a kidney stone. And I got done drinking my coffee, and I ran out of the little microdoses. And I know Amber was talking about this the other day. And I said, yes, microdosing is great to connect the neurons of the brain. In cognitive theory, you can actually use micro dosage of mushrooms to reconnect neurons into getting the function, which is the practice of Chinese herbal medicine or holistic medicine to try to reconnect those neurons. So as I was using my Rise mushroom coffees in the morning for cognitive therapy, it made my life more clear. And then all of a sudden, I was told by 2-3 o'clock, my body started to not be so clear. The coffee in the morning at 7-8 o'clock was just breaking out. So and that's when you start to use the microdose. So you would microdose to reconnect those neurons with the other functions of the other 8 mushrooms. Now, yes, that microdose is what they consider a psychedelic. But if you use a micro portion of it, it actually is a help. It's kind of like how they made opium. Opium was for pain relief. If you abuse a natural product of earth, of course, you're going to have complications. Don't do it. Well, hence, here's the complications, right? I ran out, so I went and and I thought, oh, hi, Matt. Hi, I miss you, Maverick. So I ended up where I called the girl. She goes, no, it's the same thing. And I said, are you sure? Are you sure? Because this looks like a big piece of chocolate. And she goes, no, it's a dosage. And I go, no, I want the mic. She goes, MJ, I promise you. I promise you. Well, no more than I took this micro dose, which was not the same size. It was not the same anything. I literally went, oh my God, is my face peeling off my face? Is it still there? Is my face? Like, I was like, oh my God. I don't know how people can live in that world. I don't know how people can partake in doing that constantly, because I went nuts. So the theory is, when you do things in moderation and you can breathe through it, and there it was. I had to breathe through that. And that was induced. That was induced. Kidney stone's not induced. A kidney stone's going to happen because you are angry, you're disappointed, and I get it. That's the metaphysical causation of it. Anyway, all about the stupid kidney stone. So I came in, I was trying to tell the story, and it was humorous because of the things that I said and the things how it played out. And it was so much pain, and I'm smiling, and they're looking at me. They go, MJ, I go, this was the best thing I could have done. I said, because I'm smiling through the pain. I'm trying to tell the story to remove the process of what is happening in the physical. And I'm able to use Janen. Janen is an astral projection of the body to come out the pain. I believe that all soldiers should learn the technique, because if you ever are on the front and you are in that excruciating pain, there is a way to come out. And so that is something that I teach my own soldiers afoot here in Miami, how to come out of that pain. So drugs and alcohol are not part of that pain process. Anyway, so I'm telling the story. Now we go into this meditation, and I'm like this. I'm trying to get a comfortable position. I can't get it. And I just look, I could just go, right? And so we get it. I get to a point where I am at an euphoricness between ecstasy and enlightenment. That is a very high level. There is no pain. There is no chaos. It was just an euphoric state of being. I came out of the meditation and I didn't have any pain. Zero. Like zero. I had pressure. I had zero pain. All of a sudden I felt this urge, obviously, if you ever pass Kidstone, to go to the bathroom. I always go, my brain is better than anybody's, like Sheldon Cooper. Every time, I realized that I did something in advance. Well, in advance, every shop or every company I ever owned, I knew I had kidney issues. So I put the top hat, I put the strainer, I put the barf bag. I was ready to tackle whatever came, being prepared. So I was sitting there. I'm like, I got nauseous. So I got the barf bag out and I was like, oh, I know I have this bag here somewhere. I went to the bathroom, 500 cc's of water later, and the rock. So there's no pain. Once you pass it, there's absolutely no pain. So you're just tired. You're like, I just gave birth. I gave birth to this fucking 20-pound freaking something or other. Thank God. Thank God that God created women to handle a lot of pain. And I mean, how we birth, and I think that is the camaraderie of people around watching pain. They don't know how to help, right? They don't know what to do to help. These beautiful beings all put their hands to help that process. If you have never had a beautiful person pushing energy to create an energetic flow back into the body by the use of Reiki on the highest scale, you need to do it, because their hands become a healing modality for you. You take what you need and get rid of the rest. And let me tell you, I came out of that bathroom, and that bathroom door is right there. Right there. That's the bathroom door in the cave. And I flew open that door, and I'm like, and here's Johnny. all kind of happy, all kind of like, and we're all cheering. She goes, you learn. And the girl who was Gemma, who is a doctor of physical therapy, she goes, you passed that already? I go, I did. And I go, thanks to all of you. And thanks to the modalities that we are learning in this class that you now are graduating, you can do the same thing. It was such a beautiful lesson, a beautiful teaching. I don't know if I've ever been happy about a kidney stone, but I am. I am happy. I was tired. I was wiped out, and I needed a lot of sleep. And today, today is a beautiful day. It's a good day. It's a good day for a good day. Yeah, bad days happen, but good days happen too. And good moments happen. And you are that product of making those good happen. I got to take another break already. I mean, look at us. We're slapping it here. So you're listening to mbradio.us. There you can find us. We have our own app. You can search our app by the shows that you want. Please listen to our vets. There are some of these shows that I think you would really enjoy. There's money shows, there's sporting shows, there's musical. On the other side of MBR, DJ Claudio, I love your music. I will go on TikTok every freaking time you're on to listen to your beautiful music. And of course, we have Smiles and everybody else. But we're going to go and take a break. And let's see where we're going to go today. Hey, how about you listen about the Salt Cave since I'm in it? Let's go to the Salt Cave and we'll be back in a moment. This cave is a one-stop shop to heal whatever ails you. Whether you just need downtime, whether you need respiratory or lymphatic, blood pressures, just any type of program that is medically necessary to you, I am sure salt's going to play one of those factors. We use saline for our eyes. We use salt water for our ears. We gargle with salt water for when we have sore throats. And we're even putting salt water spray, nasal sprays by our doctors up our nose. Except most of these things that are by our big pharma or our doctors are actually not salts, like Epsom salt. It's not even a salt. This is true to form. We're not kidding anybody. The properties are what they are. You can look it up in science magazines, health magazines. Himalayan salt is the only salt you want. You can digest it, you can eat it, burn it, you can lay in it like tub baths. You can use the actual steams with all the minerals so that you can actually put those minerals back in our skin and our face over hot steamy water. Salt, when you put the light on, sometimes they sweat and sometimes they water. Oh my gosh, my rock is leaking water. And that is the most perfect rock. I always tell everybody, I want that rock back. Because 1 out of every 100 rocks might sweat. And that's, it doesn't mean it's bad or good. It just means it's that much better. It's just that much better, right? Because we don't do negatives here. We do anything that's positive, that's what we do. Except our ions, we have to keep our ions negative. Why? Because the negative ion in the density of the salt creates our body to be a higher in pH balance, right? So that's the goal. Our goal is to raise our body in pH, lower the acidity level, because then we all become healthy. Healthy like weight, healthy like bacteria, viruses, fungus. None of them can penetrate. So that's the cool thing about our salt. So why not take a seat and get every amount of healing that your body can actually have for 1 hour in the Salt Cave. Let's get healthy together.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Hey, we're back. We're back. We are back here at mbradio.us. You're listening to MJ, that would be me, on the world of conscious positive thinking. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful time to be alive. It's a beautiful time to energize our bodies. So Johnny came out, and everybody wanted to see it because some people don't even know what kidney stones are, what they look like. They hear about them, but that sounds a little bit like painful. Yeah, they are. But we get through it. We didn't die. So then life's good, right? Life's good. We have it. And whatever anger, resentment, disappointment, it's gone. It's eliminated. It's completely away from our body. And that's what kidney stones do, the disappointment. So that is the metaphysical to the physical and how we eliminate that process. So that was me. And now with the rest. Yep. The election's here. Voting is here. The ego, the judgments, they're all here. You can either smile with grace and allow people to be them. Don't be one of them. You live in a democracy, especially on this military channel. You are here because we are a democracy. We are not a Democrat, nor are we a Republican or anything else. We are a democracy. We equal and we balance. And we fight for the freedom for you to do that. Remember that. Now, why you have to have ego and judgment and start name calling on the candidates and start blasphemizing these candidates is beyond me. If you think that that is right, then why don't you run for president? You can put your name in on the vote, on the ballot. Why don't you run? Why don't you try to figure out how to come up with the money and the billions of dollars that you're going to need and figure that part out instead of being the critic with your mouth and blastizing that. That's ego and that's judgment. It is not balanced, period. Social media has made this excruciating, painful process. Listen to me, Capitol Hill. And I hope you are. Big Daddy who always wants to listen to my phone conversations, to my house with your stupid AI and your stupid things. I don't like it. I don't. That's my right. You're taking away my civil rights with this AI and listening in. I don't like it because I fought for freedom. That's not freedom. I don't like being monitored, and I don't like living in a socialist community. And that's what you're making in the United States of America too. And it's really sad. It's not judgment and ego. It's the truth. How many times do you speak about something and go, oh my God, look at my phone. Oh, it just came up. Really? You think it just coincidentally came up? Or you think that whatever you're talking about in your home with all the Alexis, Google Nest, really? You people in the military, you know better. You know better. I know. In telecom, I know better. Right? I know better than put my eyesight on a damn phone or my facial recognition on a damn phone. Why do you do that? Why? You're giving AI every ammunition, every tool that they need to figure out where you are, what you're doing, how you're doing it, into the bathroom. I was just in a home, no lie, that had a damn Google in the bathroom. So now you're listening to me take a dump? Like, why? Why has the people of the United States allow this? Oh, it's evolution. It's change. We're going to the future. Yep, I understand all that. But they don't really care about the security of you. Why do you think there's so many hacks in how many people out there, your checking accounts are hacked? Because of your phone. Because your facial recognitions of your phone are going through and your fingerprints are going through. So guess what? Now your phones are being hacked because you're putting all of your identity on a damn phone that has no security boundaries. Zero. Hero. Who's to blame? You. I'm going to point to me. You are to blame that you're being hacked. Your data, you've allowed your data to be out there. You've allowed it. Just because they make you now with Facebook, okay, you have my picture. Make sure your picture has glasses. Make sure your picture has sunglasses. Make sure you have your hair at some different way. Make sure that AI can't take that. Just saying. Coming back, here we are. Here we are using this platform again to create chaos. Chaos. People are feeling the pressure of the damn election. Never used to be like that. Never. You went into a closed freaking screen. You did your business by pulling the lever. Done. Yep, they had it out there, and I blame the Capitol Hill. I blame Capitol Hill for all the negative commercials. Why can't you run in positive conscious? I don't get it. Conscious, consistent, and perfect action. CCIA. That's what it is. It's sad. It's sad that people believe that our energy, but because of the election, it could be affecting people. So I tell them, take your part. If you're feeling the energy of an election, you take your part. Forgive my part for wherever I played in present and in cellular data to any of this chaos, like wars. Forgive my part. Let it go. Release it. Let that energy go. And stop listening to the crap. TikTok's loaded with it. I can't even get on to post on TikTok or Facebook or in all of them, really, because the minute you open up is the minute they put you right into the newsfeed. They don't even open up to your page to do your work, into the newsfeed. So whatever's on that newsfeed, you whether you like it or not, you're going to see it. It's just there, right? And now we're going to have a discussion because somebody twisted your feathers. So now you're going to puff up like Tom Turkey and shake your tail feathers because that pissed you off. And there's your ego. There's your ego stepping in. There's your judgment, right? How dare you say that about my candidate, right? And your candidate. And here we are. Yep. Who's right? Who's wrong? Here we go. Let's do the unifiable, unfaithful shuffle. Yeah. I got out of that many years ago to the point I don't even have a party association anymore. I don't want anybody to know what my party is. I don't believe in it. I believe in what my beliefs are and what I want in this lifetime. And I make sure, and I go to the Congress Library to make sure that they're not lying. Then they all lie because of their ego, because of the party, RNC, DNC, it doesn't really matter. They're going to fluff the damn truth. They're going to try to convince you, and they're going to try to change your mind. It's a conditioned brainwash pattern. And the more that it sucks you in is the more that you believe that condition. Don't watch it. Do due diligence. Get into Congressional Library. Pull up the platforms that they are preaching that they are, and then search the history. It's like a resume. We are the boss. Every single one of us who live in the United States, we are the boss at this point. And now we are looking to hire a position. Get your egos out of the way. Get your judgments out of the way. And start figuring out what is best for the position of that CEO position. Do they have the mechanics? Do they have the education? Do they have the fundamentals? Do they have the reaches? Do they have those fundamentals in order to put back into balance? Do they have that? It's a yes or a no. Where do you stand? What do you want? Do you want a fighting president? Do you want a president that's a willy-nilly, doesn't give a shit about the borders or about any type of terrorism coming in? What do you want? How do you rate that position that you're the boss to hire right now? Balance the pools, balance it. Stop the and I can't. I just can't watch the commercials. Even during football game, I just can't. I mute it. I don't want it. I want to see boys play football in college, and that's what I want. I don't do NFL either. Too judgmental. I don't do libertarians. I don't like libertarians. They're too judgmental. I have to balance with them, and I have to honor them, but I don't give them a dime to listen to their music. I don't give them a dime to listen or watch them. I don't watch movies because I don't believe, and they are paid by political stance. Know the people out there. It's just that simple. That's why anytime there's an engaging conversation of anything about the polls, I said, happy voting. I hope your candidate wins. I hope that you've really researched what you're doing. And I hope for the sake of society and our brothers and sisters at large, especially those fighting for your freedom overseas, are not stuck in a political blowout where you are killing our members who are protecting our borders, our first responders, or anybody else protecting the grounds in which we live to be able to vote. Remember I said that. It's sad. But it's a good day because you get to have a voice and you get to put in for that position that you're looking for. So make it a good thing. Don't make it a bad thing. And who gives a shit what your neighbor is doing? Mind your business. Unless it is in ill will of an animal, a child, a human, mind your business. Stop it. It is okay. They have free will. They're allowed. That is the United States of America. That is our constitutional rights. And it is, by the way, and people don't believe this, but as a citizen of the United States, you have two obligations. You must pay taxes and you must vote. They're the two obligations to become a citizen of the United States. So the people who say, I don't vote, especially if they're military, that is the citizen's responsibility. Read your preamble, go back to school, read your constitutional, read your Bill of Rights. It's there. I'm not your teacher. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to mentor you. It is what it is. We are a democracy. Everybody is allowed to have their opinion, whether you like it or not. And if you don't like it, it's on you. It's on you. I'm sorry, but it is. It is the way of the law, universal law. It is that right. So instead of being nervous Nilly, go with the flow, ignore the chaos, stay in calm. Always stay in calm. And staying calm, things will happen and eliminate very quickly. Hence the kidney stone, an hour and a half. Done. Could it have been longer? Yeah. If it was going to mean that I had to stay in anger and resentment and frustration, absolutely would have stayed longer. But if not, who gives a racky rack, right? Who cares? I got to take a break. And then we come back. We're going to listen, or we're going to talk about some more life good that was happening here in the cave. That was just phenomenal all in itself. What do we got here? There's my Tony, you Hoosier. I don't want to hear about Ohio State, Tony. I don't want to hear it, Tones. Because I still am, and we still are. Ohio State is, I don't know. Now I'm going to go. I love you, Tony. I'm going to go to a break right now. You're listening to mbradio.us. This is MJ with the world of conscious positivity. Let's see. What do you guys want to hear? Let's hear Lauren. I love her. We're going to go Lauren Rose Thayer.
Too big, wanting to grow up way too quick, searching for spotlights since I was 6. Hello, my name is Dream Too Big. Hello, my name is way too loud. My voice can cut right through the crowd. Got made fun of for it, but who's laughing now? Hello, my name is way too loud. I know I've had my moments and I've had heartaches. God is making miracles out of my mistakes. You can say I won't make it, and I can tell you that I don't really care. 'Cause hello, my name is going somewhere. Far. Lost all my words in a mason jar. Locked eyes with a stranger at the end of the bar. Hello, my name is You'll Go Far. Well, hello, my name is One More Try. I put too much stock in bad advice. 'Cause anything worth leaving is worth loving twice. Hello, my name is One More Try. You're never gonna leave the ground. You can tell us all about it when you come back around. Hello, my name is Get Knocked Down. Hello, my name is Stand Back Up. Keep moving even when it gets rough. I've given so much, but I ain't giving up. Hello, my name is Stand Back Up. I know I've had my moments and I've had heartaches, but God is making miracles out of my mistakes. You can say I won't make it, and I can tell you that I don't really care. 'Cause hello, my name is going somewhere. Going somewhere. Yeah, oh, it's going
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Hey, welcome back, my girl Smiles. She's up, she's around in that why not? 'Cause reason's the reason, state of North Dakota. I love you, Kira Wimes. I love you to death. And yes, she is at 6 a.m. I know but hey, what a morning show, because she does put a smile on that face. And I don't care what you're going through, you put a smile on that face, it trains that ego to shut it down. Listen to her. She's beautiful. I love that she's on here. She's my sister, and she is part of the Beyond Headlines on Sunday nights. And we're gonna get our act together there here real quick, because there's four of us, and it's kind of hard to get all four together, especially those who are active and those in the reserves. And I get that. And so God love us. We're sticking it together, and we'll stick it out, and we'll be back. So we talked about the debacles. We talked about how to relieve pain, and we talked about the voting. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the metaphysical, how it comes into the physical with the energy. Our comets, our meteors, our solar flares. It is beautiful. Thank you. You're beautiful as well. We got this. Yes, we do. There's nothing ever challenging. We will figure it out. The best people in the world are people who are problem solvers, not making the problem and not existing in a problem and not talking about the problem, right? It's the people who solve the problem. If there's a problem, stop talking about it and look for the solution. It's the easiest way around things. Energy can get very thick. Energy can play a really important part of us moving forward, us smiling, and us not having that. Ask yourself some questions. How much anger do you want before you fix something? Ask yourself that. How much anger do you want to sit in? How long do you want to sit in it? And how long do you want to not feel good? I don't. I don't like negative emotions. I don't like not feeling good. I don't like not being happy. I don't like being frustrated or disappointed. So why are we sitting in it? Because our vibration got so low that we don't have an interpretation to get out, because we're too scared to reach for help, because people might think, why are you so angry with that? Judgment, right? Maybe you don't know how to ask. Maybe you don't know who to ask. Maybe that. Maybe is that you've turned to so many different angles and nothing helps, and now you get in that depression mode, especially my PTSD guys and girls, right? Doesn't help. I'm going to this. I still have PTSD. I still have TBI. I still. Listen, auto and neuroimmune. Nope, I wasn't on that front line. But I was in strategic plannings of the front line. People died. Not even at war. Trying to figure it out. It hurts. I get you. You're a damn Templar and you're a warrior. You put up that shield and you do what your life purpose became. Because that's honor, that's grace. And that is a life purpose for that big heart of giving to others. You are service to others, not service to self. And we start being the victim, the martyr, the lower, the vibration, not getting out of your way. You then become that lower vibration and you are now service to self. Service to self never, ever can climb out of that hamster wheel. It is a downward spiral. I'm sure you know people like that. Every time something out of their mouth, it's doom and gloom, or it's a complaint, or it's an anger, or it's a pissed offness. Or you'll get near people, and all of a sudden, when you get near those people, they are draining every ounce of energy that you have. And when they leave, you're like, why? I am just exhausted. Do you have people in your life like that? That just exhaust you? Or you're like, you see them coming and you take that big old deep breath. That is an instinct soul recovery of, I already know this is going to happen. And you know it, but you put yourself back in that position. Life's too good, baby. Life's too good to be in that position. Own it. Own it, own it, own it. Yes, Kira. I wonder if I am like that to others. Come on, Smiles. You're crazy. You're crazy, my dude. You are like that to others. I just can't believe you just said that. Wait, I'm going to reach through the screen to Kiara, and I'm just going to twist, and I'm going to pull right back out those little throat chakras that made her say that. God love you. You know those people. You either have people in your life that's going to make you happy, make you laugh, make you smile, be energetic, and just life is good. And there's going to be people who need help. Reach out. Stop. Here's what happens. Your mind goes into depressions, right? You get into depression states. You get into disappointments. You get into aggravations. You get into this downward spiral. It's hard to get yourself out. Now you have to have a beautiful support team to get your ass out of that. Because everything's going down. And the more that you say it is the more that's happening. And it's the more you're calling in the law of the universe. If you're unhappy, you're calling in unhappy. Easy. You're in pain, you're calling in more pain. If you're happy, you're calling in happy. If you're excited, you're calling in excitement. That's the law of the universe. The law of correspondence. That's exactly what the law states. So man does not educate man on that. Because man educates on do as I say, and you follow what is written, and you follow what is here, and you follow, and now all of a sudden you become the sheep, right? You're not the shepherd, you're the sheep. Following and following and following and following and following and following, and now you are conditioned for that. So I'm going to stop this right here for 2 seconds because they're coming out and I want to introduce you to these beautiful people. So I'm going to take a really quick break so I can get them here in the studio and ask them, how was the class? What were you doing? So you can find out what we do here in the cave. So really quick, I'm going to go to Beyond the Headlines. That's our show on Sunday. So I can get them in here and set up and do a quick 5-10 interview of the week. Here we go.
This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gabfest show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Consequence, so wonderful to see you again. You've not shown your face around here since the last time I was in too deep. Now I've been struggling to sleep, and I have to blame that on what I have created. Always with women or drinks, some repetition of things, and that's a tired old cliche, but that does not mean that it ain't the truth. 'Cause I've been absent from you, and I've never felt less careful. Need my father, my mother, even my brother to say, you gotta get your act together, do not rewrite the days. You can still be productive, you know, without all the hate. Just need to remember who you once were. And I once was quick on the draw, and I once did admit all my flaws. I once was an honest man, and I held your hand you had to bed, and I once was fresh like the sand. My head moved steady, honey, so did my hands. I once was blessed and true till the day that I lost you. Goodbye meaning, I've been searching too hard to find you now, like some bone in the yard, and I'll keep digging when I have the time. 'Cause this world's been moving quickly, too much rhythm and rhyme, and sometimes you just gotta do what makes you feel good. And remember all those nights that you still understood how to be free, how to answer to no one, how to trust like a lover, how to lie like a son. You say this world has got you down, well honey, welcome to the club. I can hardly save enough money to go and see those I love, and we've all but found it, but we're still out of touch. I know we've lost hope of it, baby, but I hope not too much. 'Cause we once were thicker than thieves, and we once were so much easier to please. And we once were alive on the tracks when the wheels came down, you know, I had your back. And we once were younger than now, and we once were all still just plotting it out. We once ran circles round squares just for fun. We were louder then before we gave up. My voice was another down. I once was walking the line, settling down, loving the time. And I once was bringing it out, and I held on tight. You were around. I once was back home and you kissed my shadow, and I came through. And I once was letting it loose, and I thought of you, and I thought of truth. I once was
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Hey, I'm back. Look at these buttes. This is Miss Kim with Going to Kim's, Miss Valentina Rodriguez. Look at, she just got pen. I can't see it.
A little bit.
There we go. Pen 2. That means she successfully has gone through her Reiki light therapy class number 6. Look at Kira. Hi. And she now got to do her chakra centers, and now she just did pendulum 2. She's ready to help people. We talk about, where do you go? These are the people. These are my people. That's where we come from. What is that song? Who knows that song?
Find your tribe.
There you go. Drew Holcomb. Find your people. It's a beautiful song. If you don't know, you got to reach out there. So I'm going to start with Valentina because she's our little graduate today. And she is the beauty. She is a pageanter. She even has her own podcast system.
Yes.
So
I can't believe you remember that.
yes, I remember. So I'm going to let her take over to explain her process here. So go ahead.
So I've been going to Kim's for almost 2 years now. January will make 2 years. And Pen 2 is the last course you take with the pendulum. And this course was really emotional. It was really, it was like the most eventful class I think I've taken, where you are learning a little bit more in depth of self-healing, clearing any blocks within yourself and those around you, as well as spaces, which is really great and handy. I had a couple of obstacles, if we could talk about it, that my grandmother, who departed almost 8 years ago, decided to show up and block the whole process. When living, she loved everything related to spirituality. We're practicing Catholics, but as I was telling Kimmy, like, anytime Marta Mercado mentioned what stones were good for Leo in that year, she would be the first one to go shop for them for me and be like, hi, this is your stone for the year. So she was very much spiritually inclined when she was living, but she disclosed a fear.
Still falling asleep.
It was wild.
We were asking all sorts of questions, and she was hiding. She was really fearful. It was her fear, that she didn't want you to. She didn't want to put you in a position that would cause you to be chastised or to have a negative concept, and so and they wouldn't let me ask.
Yeah,
with my quartz crystal, I was like, "You're not allowed to know." You're not allowed to know. You're not allowed to know. And she tried. She talked.
So I was like, am I allowed to know?
She was allowed. And she tried. We counseled. We talked. We're like, but she needs to learn this information.
Yeah.
And I finally said to my quartz crystal, can I use you? And it said no. And so I had to then go and find one. And she ended up allowing me to use the gold one. And when that happened, it all fell into place.
Right.
And her fear came out.
Oh, no.
Before she even divulged who she was, I'm like, it's Julieta. It's my grandma Julie. This is her.
Yeah. All of the characteristics that were coming out. She's like, oh my gosh. This is her. This is her. And it really was a loving protection.
Oh, yeah.
She wanted her to learn.
Right.
But she also wanted her to glaze over.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And once we counseled and talked and sent her on her way, Valentina was like wide awake.
Oh my God. And her
it was like, get on.
I'm learning it all.
Yeah.
I'm retaining it all right now.
Yeah.
I was fighting.
We thought it was chemical, imbalance. We were just like, maybe she's hungry. She had a great night's sleep.
I needed MJ. I couldn't be there.
It's okay. We got it down. Julie did her thing. but it was so on brand for her. I was like, man.
Yeah, yes. So
this is
super
the
proud.
happiness. This
Yeah.
is the joy. This is the awakening. This is when you find divine gifts of Father, Mother, God in your soul.
Yeah.
And this cave just brings it. I don't,
Yeah.
for whatever reason,
Mhm.
this cave holds such a beauty and such just a joy.
Yeah.
Life's good. That's the theme today.
good.
Life is
Life
good.
is good.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have to go through toils and troubles, but we don't stay in them.
Right.
When you
Yeah.
stay in them, that's when we go down.
Right.
So,
Yeah, we could have chosen to get mad.
right.
Think about this diversion, this crossroads right here.
Yeah.
She paid for the class.
Mhm.
It's her time. She's trying to learn information, and yet this block was
Yeah.
there. She could have gotten angry. I could have gotten angry. I could have.
I was getting scared that you were going to get mad at me. I was like, I can't help it.
No, I'm like, let's figure this out. I mean, all
Yeah.
choices, and as Divine had it, that's what happened. And as
Mhm.
soon as we honored her and told her we loved her, and
Yeah.
we counseled her to say to her, we're not going to let Valentina go into the den of lions, so to speak.
Right.
We're not going to let her do that. We're not going to let her go down the rabbit hole. We're
Mhm.
going to protect her. And she is learning to navigate herself. She left.
It was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she left very peacefully. So I was like, okay, we're good here.
Yeah. She has to hitch a ride.
Yeah,
Right?
she did. But like in her living, when she was alive, like
Yeah.
her obsession was angels.
Yeah.
Like she owned like
She's
over.
like, yes,
Oh,
I'm an angel.
I love
She
it.
had 2 angels.
Yeah.
I support her.
Yeah.
And,
Wherever
but
she
I,
wanted to go.
I just remember having her
With the
display
chariot,
case.
right?
Yeah, the chariot. But living, she had a display case with just angel figures.
Yeah.
She had like over
Oh
200.
my gosh.
And like all over her yard. So I was like, oh, this is so
Oh
on
my
brand for you right
gosh.
now.
Yeah.
Like, enjoy, lady. Enjoy.
yeah, this
Oh,
is fun.
Yeah.
And we are getting close. Like we only have like today and tomorrow
Yeah.
with our students, but then we'll be back
Yeah.
end of February, and then we learn something new that comes up, the energies that come up, and how we can. And there's been so much learning process in
Yeah.
just the little 2 weeks that we were here. And
Yeah. Did you talk about the word magic? How that came
no,
up?
I
Oh,
haven't.
yeah.
I have not. But there's certain words with energy that comes up. And one of the students came in, stated that they started calling him magic.
Yeah.
And so my job here is to be able to channel, is to be able to bring in the information. I use Archangel Gabriel because he's the messenger of God. And so I'm able to channel this, and I'm able to get things through for each and every student that comes, and which is just a beautiful thing. I get to see their masters, their guardians. I get to see the angels. I'm so blessed and so gifted by God to see that. Yeah, that's a welling. That just wells them up. That's a welling, right? By grace and humility. But anyway, so the caution was be careful, because there is so much judgment and so much ego in the world that the word magic within itself would end up becoming something of a negative denomination or a lower vibration
fear.
or a fear of. And I said, so really pay attention to the names that people are titling us, right?
Mhm.
Because then it affects our demeanor, and it can be positive or negative, or it could react to the energy of somebody else.
Right.
After we said this, I think everything, like you become aware of words,
Mhm.
right? And the awareness of this word was, oh my God, that's so magical. And we're like, did we just say magical?
just say magical?
No.
And then I was like, oh my God, the magic. Did I just say magic?
Yeah.
Everything out of the mouth. And then the other word was, and here we go, life is good. Words and tones
Yep.
matter, right?
Words and tones.
Words and tones matter. So one of the processes that we all learned is more words adding on to that vocabulary list. We talked about it earlier in the thing, but we also had another episode with words that we might want to consider eliminating
Mhm.
from our vocabulary or from our process. Kim is part of that process of learning not to should on ourselves, right? So we don't use the word should. Like you should. That's a demand, right? You might consider. You might try this. That try's not even good. Try's not another good word. We know this, but it's very difficult to train a conditioned pattern, like we talk about.
Right.
Man
Right.
conditioned us.
Right.
We were brainwashed by man. The worst enemy of man is man. Man.
Caution too. The word should, if it's a life-threatening issue, then should is appropriate. Right? You should not play in traffic. You should not put your That's a law. It's a demand. I'm telling you. You should not put your finger in a socket. So life-threatening events, the should is okay. It's when you try to convince somebody of something. You should read this book. You should take a shower. You should eat this. You should buy this. Those are the conditions.
Or you should have.
Or you should have, yeah.
Why didn't you do that? You should have done that.
Yeah.
Well,
Now
what
you're
are you
guilt.
spanking me?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So words are fun.
Yeah.
But then words are also harmful
Yeah.
and blinding.
Yeah.
So one of those that we kind of conjured up is something that we take for granted, which is the of course.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. Britannica says, of course, right? You're like, wait, did Britannica just say, this is the daughter of, no, it goes, and of course, this is the daughter of Zeus. What's Kiara say? What'd she say?
I feel the negative.
I feel the negative vibrations from that word, and I wouldn't have even known it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
From pure awareness.
She goes, I love. What'd she say? I love, of course. There it is. I love. I know. But if you're okay, so now watch this, Kiara, and anybody else who's listening out there. So when you're actually talking and somebody goes, okay, people people used to know who I was. And you change. You go through like purpose. So purpose, you start developing beautiful godlike techniques, and this light therapy course teaches those, and you literally change who you become. You become an aware of just God light, the I am light of Christ, and then your words and you smile, smiles, that you smile to take it out, and then you turn around and you're like, oh, MJ closed the door exactly at 10 o'clock or at 10 a.m. and whoever doesn't come in, well, you should have been here or called or text. Should. Right? Yeah. Should. But then the person who's late and the door's locked by MJ, they're like, of course she locked it. Of course she locked it. Right. So we learned that of course is projecting a negative. Sarcasm, putting back blame, putting back ignorance, putting back whatever into that energy. Right. 2 or more people talking negatively about anybody decreases your level and decreases mine.
Right. So good, and it raises.
And if you can talk good about people, then it raises everybody, right? Yeah. So that's the positive, right? Yeah. Conscious, positive thinking, talking. This is what we do. We talk beautifully about people.
If I may, you probably, all of you, at some point have somebody that are late. Right? They're late. We excuse it. And then you'll say to the person, oh my gosh, so-and-so is going to be late, and watch and listen and hear, because you're going to hear somebody go, of course they are.
Right. This beautiful girl here, she needs to go to work. Yes. Please tell everybody your podcast. Please tell them your pageantry. Tell them
yes. Okay.
And how to find you.
Find me on Instagram at the Lioness Corp. So it's CORP, like Corporation High. And my podcast is called Show Me Your Scars. Right now, the scheduling is getting a little bit better organized, but it is about medical advocacy and body positivity, where I invite others with that advocate for many, many causes to bring a little bit more awareness and light to what they stand for and what they believe in. And pageantry, it was my self-healing journey where I was able to overcome a lot of my own body dysmorphia while fighting for my own medical autonomy, living with 3 pre-existing conditions. So where you think these women get the most judged and we're parading ourselves in these little tiny bikinis, ironically, I have felt the most empowered. And those girls that I'm competing with, they have been the most supportive roles in this journey. So
that's beautiful.
That's my why. And thanks to that, I have extended it to Show Me Your Scars. So MJ, thank you for having me.
I love you.
I love you.
Yeah.
I will see you in a bit.
I'll see you in 3 months.
Yeah. No, actually, I'll see you in like an hour and a half. I have to go get a passport now.
Oh, so she's back for another class.
I'm back for another class. I'm more enlightened.
So let me give Kimmy some space, and we will let Valentina go. So that's how we do this. Everything is positive. And then we learn so much divine grace and divine enlightenment. And it's just beautiful. That is so beautiful. Congratulations. Yes. And there's, I miss Kim. And it's a balance. In life, it is a balance. And we have to learn what triggers us in order to find that balance. But if we keep just wanting to get mad and keep with the ego and keep with the judgments that man created of our condition pattern to how we think, how we live, and how we react to people, we're never going to get out of those. We're just going to keep going in that downward spiral. And then bad days happen, but good days happen too. They always do. They always can.
You're allowed to stay in those. There are people out there who that's their choice. They choose the negative, they choose the lower vibrations, and we honor that. Now, we're not in the business of forcing anyone to change, so we do honor that. But it's those that want to climb out. It's those that are like, I'm done. I'm done feeling this way. My body doesn't feel good anymore. Help me out. Give me the ladder. Send me the rope. Send me the hand to pull me out. And everybody has that choice. But again, you also have the choice to stay there. Yeah. And we honor you, and we honor and love you. So please know that it's not just because we want to change people. We don't. That's not our goal.
They're here because they want to be here. Yeah. That's the bottom line. They would not come unless they wanted the change.
Correct.
We talked about this an hour ago. Why do you want to stay in anger, resentment, disappointment, frustration, stress, anxiety? Why do you want to stay in that? Why do you want to stay unhealthy with mental issues or medical issues or physical body issues? They're not fun. They're not fun for anybody. Right. And I'm here. I'm here with you because, yes, as a warrior, as a Templar, as a military, some of us get broken, but you don't have to stay broken. It's in the past, and we can do it. Look at Kim's earrings, flashing and shining. They're Grateful Dead. What you call it? Bolts, lightning bolts.
Dead and Company.
And they're flashing to say, "Yep, that's right. Keep that going," because Zeus is up there throwing those bolts, going, "Tell them, girls." What does Kira say? And they don't feel good. No, they don't. They don't feel good, and they allow us to go like down in a downward spiral, and it's stinky. It's stinky to be down there, and it's dreadful. It really is a dreadful feeling.
Not a judgment,
right? No, that's not judgment. It's how you feel, right? It's not a judgment, but it is truly how you feel. And then there's some people who really just cannot get out of it. So I'm going to have a problem with, because I can't see close and I can't see near, because I've been training my eyes and healing my eyes. So I am not anymore nearsighted. I'm just beautiful 20/20. So sometimes I can see and sometimes I can't. So if I'm with my glasses in and out, that's what's going on here. Anyway, so yes, so we were taking the journey, and we already talked about the energies. We talked about the cosmos. We talked about it coming down, feeling that pressure. This is the breaking point to carry us October. So now all of this better be, you tell your body and your higher self, this better be like the whoosh of the gold rush here at, because we're nearing the end of the year, right? This cycle of 2024, and that is an abundance year. It is an abundance of whatever it is that we desire most. We have to learn to do the work. We have to do the work to have our due diligence. And then we get to relish. We get to have that positive, wonderful feeling. And then we get to be able to help. I get so much light from you guys. Oh, Kiara, there's your heart. There she is. Yes. And Miss Kim, she is the foundation for the teachings. She has been a teacher her whole life. We had Miss Kim on before numerous times. She is one of my masters and one of the people I'm so proud to stand beside, sit beside. And she is my sister, but she's also my hierophant, and she's also my teacher and my master. And I honor her just like that. And I like it. So, yep, I got to go to break. As soon as we come back from break, we are going to stay talking about life is good. Find the concept of life is good, and then we don't have to worry. We have to pray for our planet on.
The land is sacred. These words are at the core of your being. The land is our mother. The rivers our blood. Take our land away and we die. That is, the Indian in us dies. Mary Bravebird, Lakota.
Pray for our planet. Something's going wrong. Pray for our planet. Something's going wrong. Coal mines, compromise, the stripping the skin. The killing of the next is a terrible sin. Pray for our planet. Something's going wrong. Plagues and disease, violence everywhere. They're killing all the nature and nobody cares. Anger and hate, all they want to do is fight. I'm praying to the Father in this sacred time. It's gonna be alright. Get some tobacco. Grab your safe. Paint your pony. Paint your face. Raise your feather at a sacred place. Mother Earth is dying. It's a damn disgrace. Plagues and disease, violence everywhere. The killing of nature and nobody cares. Anger and hate, all they want to do is fight. I'm praying to the Father on this sacred side. It's gonna be alright. Joy and peace back in our lives. No more destruction of our sacred sites. Let's pray together and tell the world no more hatred and no more lies. Your skin color, race, religion, other people's opinion will not divide us. Will not divide us.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Hey, that was Lakota. See, our Native Indians, we love them. We care, we honor, we embrace. And they were the ladies who were up here. That was Miss Kim, and that was Miss Valentina, and that was our early morning class. They got done a little early, and I was taking up their space, so I wanted to honor each and every person who contributes in my energy and in my field. So, and they make me happy. I love that song too, Kiara. Yeah, Kiara just posted. I love that song. So anyway, so adversities. You have to just convince yourself life is good. And when you have them saying, MJ, it's impossible, you can't. Nope. That's a negative attribute, and I don't believe that for a second. I believe that you are the most beautiful human being because you are me and I am you, and we are all one. We are all generated from the light of Christ, the light of God. And that divine energy, Father, Mother, God, puts it in our heart, puts it in our space. And that means I want to treat you how I love and cherish myself. So there it is. If you have self-love, or you damn yourself, and you're angry with yourself, you cannot love anybody else. Period. It just doesn't happen. I love me. Practice it. I love me. I am kind. I am beautiful. I am glorious. I am Christ-like. I am happy. I am kind. Just keep telling yourself, I'm happy. I'm kind. I love life. I love me. I love who I am. I love my surroundings. I love when I get up in the morning. I love my cup of coffee. I love my dog who means the world to me. Whatever it is, love it. It raises your vibration. Love it. Love it. And watch how happy you become because life is good. And you just need to open up all of these conditioned patterns to let go. Please don't suffer. Don't suffer with pain. Don't suffer with mental illness. Don't suffer with physical illness. There's adversity we can overcome. The physical body was made to overcome all adversities because God made it that way. Don't ever forget that because it is the most glorious, glorious, glorious time to be alive. It is the most glorious time for us to honor and to watch in such an amazing thing. And I don't need anybody in my life to say anything different because it's my space and it's your space. You get to control that space. Yep. When you start raising in frequency, you get people in your life that can't do it. They can't be that same positive, outgoing person. And it's okay because those types of people in your life, they were there to establish a boundary for you. They were there to help teach you. They were the catalyst to help teach you to push off that energy, right? And they're there so that you can turn around and say, thank you. Thank you. I honor you. You allowed me to heal what was broken because whatever actions, whatever words, whatever happened in that event made me who I am today. And it's a better person. It's a better person because I've learned it. I had to go through it. It was a life purpose. It was a soul purpose now, right? Just like military people, right? We go and we are the protection. We are that protection of arms. We are those Templars that say this is a life purpose. And some of them, it's a soul purpose. And they'll be in forever. It's just who we are. And we love who we are. Because when we love everything about us, mind, body, and soul, then we love everybody who stands around us. So life is always good. And we always take that for granted sometimes. And I don't want you to take it for granted. Again, write the things down that you are dismissed about. Write them down that anger you. Write those things down, right? You know, if you have to say the word, that always pisses me off. Or this always happens to me. Or here we go again. Yeah, well, of course, there's the word. Of course, this would happen. Well, if your mind's already thinking it, it's not healed. If your words are already coming out to have those triggers of patterns, you're not healed. We need to heal us. We need to figure it out. And then our life becomes at peace. Please, I implore you, stop Stop only thinking about big pharma. There are so many alternative medicines out there. That's why I wanted to tell you this in the beginning of the show about the kidney stone. They hurt. They are very painful. Yes, that pain goes away. And some people go, well, I have an illness. The pain never goes away. You just heard from Valentina. You heard from me. I had 24 major in my body. I'm not on anything anymore. I did away with them. I came off how I'm supposed to, and I healed that was broken within my body, the diabetes, the thyroid, the liver, the heart. I healed it, the colon. You know, when you get told that you need to take out 3 feet of colon because you have cancer cells, or you have to have ovarian hysterectomy because you have cancer cells. This is all 32 years old, then 34 years old. And at 42, then they take the breast, and you're like, I'm done. I'm done. And that's the warrior. That's the Templar. I'm done. I'm done playing these games. I'm done having somebody else manipulate this body with inoculations and all the other crap that you have no idea how it's going to react to my body. I held firm. My will, my strength, my power. I held. And you can do it. I'm here to support you. And if you don't think you can, I'm here. I'll help you. You just need to reach out. I can't help if you don't reach out. Again, I'd make a joke about it. Take a fingernail, take a toenail, find somebody with Dr. Rife machines. Clear that. You can heal anything, mental illness. I can even help you have just a beautiful high energy day if that's what you need. And believe it or not, water and breathing and meditating are all part of this realm. And it's the simplest form to make you feel good. Feel good. Don't feel bad. Don't feel sad. And tomorrow, at the end of the day, on these elections, whoever wins, may God bless America and God bless you all. Right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Live your life. You don't like the choices? Move. Right? That's your free will. Move. There's no arguments. There's no discussions. There's none of that. That's judgment. That's ego of man, and man that has corrupted, like the Templars who fell, right? When we have fallen Templars, then you have the Dark Templars and the Light Templars. And that is a history, part of life, that creates a pattern within our cellular data. It's just that easy. It's really just that easy. And you smile at adversity and you welcome it. Hello. Let's chat. Let's talk. Let's balance this. Let's find the conscious way to positively speak to one another in such a loving way, because I love me and I want to love you. I do. I want to love all of you, no matter good, bad, or indifferent. Because if we are the light of Christ that he came to be, and we are that soul, the I am that I am, we're God people. We are God's people. We are his children. And we know this. We all know this. Whether we're in battle, whether we're just in loving arms, you love your brothers and sisters, and we love them to the max. And that's when you feel really good about your life. And this is what happens to MJ when I do these classes. I do 2 straight weeks of being able to channel the highest vibration of Father, Mother, God with the divine angels, and I get giddy. Life is good. Life is really good. They could have a hurricane, a tornado, and life is good. Because that material stuff, all right, well, God didn't make it. Man made it. And I can get it again. I'll figure it out again, or it wasn't meant to be. But did I die? Did it kill me? It didn't. I'm still here. And I'm still happy, and I'm still shining, and I'm still smiling because Kiara taught me to smile from the Smile Show. We'll smile until our cheeks hurt. We smile so that there is no pain, there's no judgment, there's no adversity in our life. And then all is good. If you tell yourself all is good, that's Buddhism. Everything's good. We're all okay. We're okay. Right? Do you have to be fantastic every day? Oh my, I wish I could stay in that enlightenment. I wish I could stay there. And I wish all of us could stay in enlightenment code, that it is just an awesome day. We get there. I'm not a Mother Teresa, but I'm getting. I will. Before I cross over this beautiful plane, I will get there. That's my goal. My goal is just to have peace within my heart with no sorrow, no judgment, no disappointment. And then I won't have kidney stones. But number 71, if you're a numerologist out there, number 71 equals an 8, just like our year, an 8. Numerology 8 is an abundance of what is. It's infinite. It's an infinite number. It just goes on and on and on. And now here we are. That disappointment is gone forever. It's an infinite release. And I am so proud and so happy to have done that. Folks, next week I'm almost here at the hour. I have about 9 minutes. Next week is Veterans Day. I am personally asking for every single veteran out there, every single one of you, please stop by with your beautiful face. And I want to see you. Send me your pictures. And when I put your picture up, I want you to call onto the line to get into the studio. And I want you to tell me who you are, what you did in the military to protect us and save us and our glory. And I want you to tell us how it feels to be a soldier, if you're active, a reservist if you're active, or a veteran, or a disabled veteran. I want to hear you. If you have a family member who crossed, a father, a husband, a wife, a child, I welcome you too. How did that make you feel? How does it make you feel today? This is a healing session, and I want the healing sessions to be positive. I want them to be great. And if there is any remorse whatsoever, let's fix it. Let's twist it. It's an honorable day, and I am so honored to be at 9 a.m. Eastern and have a 2-hour switch. I hope I have so many that I can't even get them all in, but I will honor you. I promise I will. That is something I will cherish for my whole life. My prayer, my MJ prayer that they know so well here in Miami. May the angels guard you, protect you, love you with peace, joy, happiness, and abundance of what it is that you desire most, because you deserve it. With love and grace, you're listening to MBR Radio. You can find us on any platform. It gives veterans a voice to help you feel better and love yourself. And it helps the veteran to heal. Remember that. With honor and grace. I love you. I'm MJ. You're listening to World of Conscious Positivity. We'll see you next Monday, 9 a.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.